Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel Celestial Space Facts. In this channel, we focus on giving definite information regarding various topics related to space, astronomy, astrophysics, cosmology, celestial, and many more coming up. We really hope you are learning and gain knowledge from this channel of ours. Today's topic of video is Carina Constellation. Carina Constellation is located in southern sky. Its name means the keel in Latin. Carina used to be part of much larger constellation Argo Navis, along with the constellation Puppis and Vela. The constellation represented the mythical ship Argo, on which Jason and Argonauts sailed to get the Golden Fleece. Argo Navis was first catalogued by Greek astronomer Ptolemy in 2nd century CE. It was French astronomer Nicolas Louis who divided it into three smaller constellations, Carina, Puppis, and Vela in 18th century. The three smaller constellations were added to the official list of modern constellations in early 20th century when the International Astronomer Union IAU defined the constellation borders on celestial spheres. Carina contains the second brightest star in the night sky. Canopus, along with several other notable bright stars, among the Eta Arena, surrounded by the famous Arena Nebula. Other famous deep sky objects in the constellation include the Theta Carinae cluster, the Wishing Well cluster, the Diamond cluster, and the Open cluster NGC 360603. Facts, location, and map. Carina is 34th largest constellation in the sky, occupying an area of 494 square degrees. It lies in the second quadrant of southern hemisphere and can be seen at latitude between plus 20 degrees and minus 90 degrees. The neighboring constellations are Centaurus, Cameron, Musca, Pictor, Puppis, Vela, Volnus. The constellation name Carina is pronounced in English. The constellation is known as the Keel. The genitive form of Carina used in the star name is Carini. The three-letter abbreviation adopted by IAU International Astronomer Union in 1922 is CAR. CAR. Carina belongs to heavenly water family of constellation along with Columba, Delphinus, Aquarius, Erinoes, Pisces, Puppis, Pyxis, Vela. Carina is a home to 11 stars with known planets and does not contain any metal objects. The brightest star in the constellation is Canopus, Alpha Carina, with an apparent magnitude of minus 0.74. There are two meteor showers associated with the constellation, the Alpha Carinite and the Eta Carinite. The Carina contains five named stars. The star names approved by IAU are Aspicte, Avio, Canopus, Carina myth. Carina by itself is not associated with any myth in particular, but the larger constellation to which it once belonged, Argo Navis, represented the ship on which Jason and Argonauts sailed to Colchis to get Golden Fleece. Argo Navis was one of the 48 constellations known to the Greeks and catalogued by Ptolemy in his Almagest. It occupied a vast area of space between the constellation Canis Major and Crux. The constellation created from stars that used to form the constellation Melos, which represented the ship mast in ancient times, was added near the ship later. Carina represented the main body of Argo Navis and star Canopus marks the blade on one of the ship's steering oars. The ship was named after its creator Argos, who built it under the order of Athena using timber from Mount Pelion. Athena fitted the ship with an oak beam from Oracle of Zeus at Dodona, believed to be the oldest Hellenic oracle. When the ship was built, Jason and aeronauts, 50 Greek heroes among the Hercules, Arpios, and twins Castor and Polydius, set sail to Colchis. On the way, they faced the clashing rocks that guarded the entrance to the Black Sea and crushed all the ships that passed between them. Argo Navis was said to be the first ship that passed between them and stayed in one piece. Once in Colchis, Jason and Argonauts took the Golden Fleet from King Aetes and went back to Greece, where Jason beached the ship of Corinth and dedicated it to sea god Poseidon. In another myth, the star Canopus was named after King Canopus, who met his end after being bitten by a snake in Egypt. Carina stars. Canopus Alpha Carinae. Canopus is the second brightest star in the night sky, fainter only than Sirius in the constellation Canis Major. When observed from the latitude south of 37 degree 18, the star never sets below the horizon. At the same time, Canopus never rises north of 37 degree 18 and it cannot be observed from far northern latitudes. Canopus is a F-type bright giant with an apparent magnitude of minus 0.74 and apparent magnitude of minus 5.53. It is 13,600 times brighter than the Sun and the most luminous star within about 700 light years. It is 310 light year distant. The star name is a Latinized version of Greek name documented in Ptolemy. Then comes the Eta Carinae. Eta Carinae is system composed of at least two stars lying between 7500 and 8000 light years. I am not reading it in detail. Please, you can stop the video and read the whole theory about Eta Carinae. I wish to complete this video within 10 minutes. Then Beta Carinae, you can read. Mia Plazia is the second brightest star in the constellation and ninth brightest star in the sky. It has an apparent magnitude of. Then comes the Epsilon Carina. Epsilon Carina is 40th brightest star in the sky. It has an apparent magnitude of 1.86 and is 630 light year distant. It cannot be observed from many locations in the northern hemisphere. Then comes Lota Carina, is a 68th brightest star in the sky. It is known by you can read the actually pronunciation is little difficult. It's mixed English and plus the false cross got its name because it is often mistaken for Southern Cross, the Astrian dominating the constellation Crux. Then comes the Theta Carina. Theta Carina lies on the northeastern end of Diamond Cross. It is blue-white main sequence probe belonging to the spectral class. It has an apparent magnitude of 2.74 and 436 light years. Then comes the Upsilon Carina. Upsilon Carina is another double star in the constellation. It consists of a white A-type supergiant and the blue-white B-type giant that are separated by 5 arc seconds in the sky. The apparent magnitude of two stars are 3.01 and 6.26 respectively. The star system is 1623 light years away. Then comes the Omega Carinae. Omega Carinae is a blue-white P-type giant, approximately 370 years distant. It has an apparent magnitude of 3.29. It is one of the stars that form the Diamond Cross. Other notable stars. AG Carina is a luminous blue variable star, one of the brightest stars known in Milky Way, with an absolute magnitude of minus 10.3. The star is approximately 6,000 light years distant, and its apparent magnitude varies between 5.7 and 9.0. It is surrounded by a large planetary nebula and believed to be undergoing the transitional evolutionary phase between an O-class supergiant and a Wolf-Rayet star. PP Carene is a blue-white B-type main sequence of approximately 497 light years from Earth. Deep sky object in Carina. Carina Nebula, NGC 3372. The Eta Carinae Nebula is a large nebula surrounding the massive stars Eta Carina and HT 93129A, as well as several open star clusters. It is one of the largest diffuse nebula known, being brighter and 4 times the size of Orion Nebula. If it is not better known, it is probably because it lies far in the southern hemisphere. The nebula is between 6500 and 10,000 light years distance and has an apparent magnitude of 1.0. It contains O-type stars. It was discovered by French astronomer Nicolas Louis, who observed it from Cape of Good Hope. The Carina Nebula contains two smaller nebulas, the Homunculus Nebula and the Keyhole Nebula. Then comes the Theta Carene cluster. The Theta Carene cluster, also known as Southern Pleiades because of its resemblance to the famous cluster in the constellation Taurus, is an open cluster approximately 479 light years distance and visible to the unaided eye. It has an apparent magnitude of 1.9. The cluster was discovered by Leakey in 1751. The brightest star in the cluster, as the name indicates, is Theta Carina, a blue-white dwarf. Then comes the Wishing Well cluster. The NGC 3532 is an open cluster in Carina, approximately 1321 light year distance. The cluster is composed of 150 stars, the brightest of which are seventh magnitude. It is also known as Wishing Well cluster because in telescope its star appears like silver coin twinkling on the bottom of Wishing Well. The cluster lies between the constellation Crux and the False Cross Estuarian in Carina and Vela, NGC 3003, 3603, NGC 2808. Then comes the Diamond Cluster. The Diamond Cluster, named for its stellar clarity, in open cluster near the constellation Volnus. It was discovered by L in 1751 to 52. Among its brightest stars are two magnitude 5 red giants and three binary stars. The cluster can easily be seen without binoculars in good condition. NGC 3293. NGC 3293 is an open cluster in the constellation, discovered by LACA in the mid 18th century. The cluster contains 50 stars spread across an area of 10 arc minutes. The brightest star in the cluster is magnitude 6.5 red giant. I hope you got to know about Carina Constellation. We have compiled this video on the basis of our knowledge which we gained after studying and analyzing various stuff regarding the topic. We really hope you received knowledge in the end. Last but not the least, please support and do like, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel that is Celestial Space Facts. We will be posting more and more in the near future. Love, love. Have a nice day. Please be safe and be kind, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.